Welcome to the Get Unbusy podcast. I'm your host, Kate Philpott, and this podcast is all about throwing your busy work out the window. You deserve to stay locked in on the parts of your business that light a fire under your hoo-ha, all right? The passion-driven freedom lifestyle, not being glued to your laptop every waking minute of the day. It's time to build a business that works for you, not one that works you into the ground. So, let's get unbusy, shall we? Hello and welcome back to the Get Unbusy podcast. I'm your host, Kate Philpott, and I am so excited for this episode today because I'm joined by the absolute boss that is Nalya Jimenez. Now, let me introduce you to Nalya, right? She is a business strategist, an ecosystem architect, and founder of the CEO Society, which helps women build purposeful, profitable businesses with clarity and confidence. And she's best known for helping entrepreneurs design powerful business ecosystems that attract, nurture, convert, and retain clients. Big fives. So Nalya teaches how to scale with simple systems, automated sales flows, and aligned offer suites. And she's known for her no fluff teaching style and obsession with repeatable results. And obviously, I'm all for that because that to me sounds like you increase the return on your time invested. And Nalya is one of our speakers at the Now That's a Membership Summit this September. Oh, I'm not sure. It might have already happened by the time you're listening to this. And she's going to be speaking on her very clever approach to how she built her high retention membership business. I cannot wait to dive into this. And Nalya, it's so good to have you on here. Welcome to the Get Unbusy podcast.
I am so happy to be here. I literally can't stop smiling. My cheeks hurt already, and it's been 3 minutes.
Oh, I love it. Okay, well then we're gonna do just fine. So, I have got a couple of questions for you about how you run your business, but even just the zoomed out overview of your approach with your monthly masterclasses becoming their own conversion engine, like, could you just give me the overview of that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that you just called it a conversion engine because that's literally what I call it. That's literally what it is. And it's such a copy and paste conversion engine that I can do every month at low energy that I absolutely love. So to start, it's not just like a training. It's not just a training that they're showing up to. That may what it seems like on their side from the client customer aspect of things. But behind it, like you said, it's a whole engine of what's going on. So there's opt-in pages, thank you pages. There's a show up sequence of reminding them to show up to the call live because it is only free while they're live. Anyone can come in. I promote it on my social media. I post it inside the free CEO Society. I post it literally everywhere to my entire news list, email list. Yeah. And anyone can come. So it's not only bringing in new leads, but it's attracting the leads I currently have already. And what it does is it gives them a chance to get to know me, work with me, see what I teach, see how I teach. I think that's the most important part when you're finding a coach or someone to work with. It's not really just what they teach because anyone can almost teach anything to an extent, but kind of like how they teach, you know what I mean? Like you really have to find someone you connect with. And that's why I love doing these monthly so that they're not just getting to know me through posts or emails or Instagram stories, that they're actually connecting with me and they can talk to me on these calls. Like it is very low structure. Honestly, I'm hot mess express. I don't have any strict rules or anything like that. Like if I'm teaching something, you have a question on it, they know they can ask the question and I'm going to give a direct answer. I'm not giving the runaround or I'm not dropping the link to another product. This call is all about transformation, trust, and connection. And all the real magic happens afterwards, after they've come through that transformation, through the sales sequence, through the emails, and most of them just hop right on the call. So the emails aren't that necessary for everybody. But that's, I guess I could say, the brief overview of how things run for that specific masterclass monthly thing.
Yeah. And like, you're so right. Like it is so much deeper than the likes of an Instagram post or I love social media, but there is something to be said. Like sometimes there's a big gap between it's just taking in someone's social media content and then like actually buying their thing. So like it seems like a really good like bridging the gap strategy.
Absolutely, because it just carries on and makes their customer journey so much better, because sometimes you can see like how people post on social media, and then like maybe you get into their program or you get into their calls and you're like, this is not the girl on social media. Like, this is not the same person.
True.
So when you give them like a free sneak peek to how you really are and not just social media you, I feel like it digs a deeper connection than what it could be without that free experience.
Yeah, that's so true. And like that can happen. I feel like that happens like whether or whether it's intentional or not. Like I feel like sometimes I'm like that. I'm like, oh, if only you could just be in this masterclass and just like see the way we actually do things around here.
Mhm.
And that the people who might be on my Instagram might not get that kind of inside look. So you're so right with that. And the something that I absolutely love as well is that you've built your whole business using your phone. I This is so cool. First of all.
I do have a MacBook, but it is from literally like 2008. Not
Oh
literally, I don't
wow.
know the year. Like, it's so old, it's so slow. And I only usually use it when I'm doing the Zoom trainings just so I can have them on a bigger screen. But even like
Mm,
right now, I'm on my phone. I prefer my phone over everything, because I'm a mom. I'm a mom of two kids. I can't carry a laptop around everywhere with me. And I
yeah.
can't even be on a laptop anywhere, like everywhere with me. As soon as they see me open it, they think like it's time to go talk to mom. So like before this podcast, I was like, guys, if the house is not on fire, let's relax. Let's ask grandma the questions that mom doesn't need to have right now. But it's just
Yeah.
so convenient for my phone. And I love that I can teach this approach to other people who have these same problems or just can't afford a laptop, because let's be real, they're expensive.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Took me a while to buy mine, I won't lie.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, and like with the phone, I'd love to know what kind of boundaries or like tools you have in place to help you stay productive and avoid like constantly being connected to work. And
Yeah.
especially like in the early days as well, where there's just like a million and one things to do.
Absolutely. So I'll be completely honest, it's something I'm still working through. It definitely
Mm.
is. So like just before we started here, I think I put my do not disturb on for the first time ever, which is
Oh,
not okay. Like, for the first time ever. And because I just knew I couldn't get notifications right now and I needed to focus. But it is something I'm working on. And I can actually thank you for this.
oh
Because when
yay.
I found you, I was in my big, like from January to even, I'm just getting out of it now. So let's say January to July, I was in a very heavy like build season in my business. I completely reinvented everything I'm doing right now this year. Like,
Ooh.
this is my second year coming up in like digital marketing, digital product world. But like January of this year, I completely revamped everything, took my business back, and built my own business from the ground up rather than just reselling other people's courses and programs and this, that, the third. I really wanted something that was my own. So
Mm.
thankfully, I found you while I was in that period. And like the weekly reset that you taught, where it was like with Asana and the Google Calendar, like I do that every week. And
Oh,
whenever my clients are like overwhelmed, I'm like, you guys have to do this. Like, it's so simple. So that is all props to you, but I'm still getting better at use with the phone and
music to my ears.
staying in the 9 to 5 time zone for business activities.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting one definitely because like social media doesn't have a clock out time. Like
Right?
you just it's all based on your own personal
Mhm.
boundaries. Like that's something that I definitely learned the hard way back in like 2018. I was like, well, I did hit burnout. And
Mhm.
it took me some time after that to be like, wait, other people don't work every waking second of the day. That's an interesting concept to wrap my brain around.
The part that was really hard for me, I guess, is that it doesn't feel like work to me anymore. Like, I really don't feel like I'm
Yeah.
working. I genuinely love what I do. I have such a passion for helping other people build their own businesses that are truly theirs and have it running on autopilot where I don't have to be working 24/7. But like, if someone DMs me or like comments, like, I just love to answer back fast. I'm in Eastern Standard Time in North Carolina right now, but I have clients in Australia. I have clients in the UK. I have clients in Canada. Like, I have clients all over the world. So I want to be able to give them that same level of support in their time without it burning me out as well. And it truly doesn't burn me out as long as I don't overdo it myself, but
Yeah.
just that aspect of things too.
That's I was only having this thought process and conversation with myself just yesterday. I was like, because I'm in that build season right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at wait, but this doesn't feel like work to me. So what actually is work? Like, what do I define as work versus like, ooh, la la la, I'm just like doing a fun thing. Like, it's actually really hard to define that. When you
Yeah.
love what you do, which obviously, what a lovely problem to have. But
Right?
yeah, but I suppose it does also lend itself to the whole energy management conversation. So listen, you being a mom, you being,
Yeah.
in the world of online business and doing content and campaigns and all of that, how do you juggle all of that without kind of running yourself into the ground?
Of course. So again, gonna give a little shout out to you because you definitely helped with like the organization side of things and figuring out how to schedule out my time properly. So when I do go into like my Google Calendar and everything, it's all like my kids' sports events. Both of my kids are 3 sport athletes at 6 and 7 years old. So I'm never not running all the way around
Yeah,
the
that'll
house,
do it. Yeah.
this town, wherever. But also I realized that like, and I think this might have came from you too. But it's like whatever doesn't get done today is not the end of the world. Like it's really not the end of the world. Like you have 3 tasks every day that are like your needle moving activities that you need to progress your business forward, whether that's your content, sending an email, DMing someone, whatever it may be. There's like 3 things that actually move your business forward every day. As long as you get those 3 things done, everything else is considered a bonus. And I'm a little bit more advanced in this stage now. So I give myself the 3 things to move my business forward, but then I give myself an additional 3 things for building what's going forward, right? Because you never actually are out of the building stage when you're in business.
Yeah.
You might not be in a full, like, like how you say your hermit mode of building in like that, but I feel like you're always in a building stage. So I give myself 6 tasks a day. I'm also a stay-at-home mom. The kids go back to school next week. So I have 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. wide open that I can fully indulge in my business and
Yeah.
still have the whole night to do dinner, do baths, go to practice, go to games, this, that, the third. So I'm thankful in that aspect that I've grown my business to be able to stay at home. And I think that helps my energy levels a lot.
Oh yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Also, when it comes to like energy, I already said like this doesn't feel like work or like a business to me. Like I genuinely like it, but it's also like I don't sell. Like I
Hmm.
really don't sell. Like I'm in the business of sales, but I don't feel like a salesperson. I don't do like sales calls. I don't push anything because of the way that my ecosystem and my offers and all my automations are set up is like every offer I have, any paid offer feels like it's the natural next step for my client. So it's never something
Yeah.
I have to push them into. It's something they want to go into and are like banging at the doors to get inside.
Yeah.
So I think that when you have an ecosystem that's structured the right way and your offers that are positioned the right way, it's not a lot of energy that you have to do. It's just showing up and doing what you actually love, and people will get there eventually because it's the natural step for them.
Yeah, I love that. Also, what a flex. Like in the
Right?
best way possible, yeah. And the other thing I was going to say actually about like the kind of task management side of things, you know how you're saying like, oh, three tasks a day and then you've kind of
Yeah.
graduated to like six really. Is that so many people, I find so many people struggle with this where it's like if I ask you, hey, is the world like what happens if this thing doesn't get done? The like initial bodily response and like spiritual response is like, no, no, well, that's not even possible. It has to get done today. And I'm like, okay, but what if it was tomorrow? Like, what if it was? And they're like, well, no, 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 and it has to happen today. And I'm like, okay, but let's look at all of these other things. Like, particularly for people who are like super busy with like a packed day and there's no more like time available. I'm like, look at
Mm-hmm.
all of this stuff that's clogged up with all this other stuff. Now can't you see how like it's actually not possible? And if it does happen tomorrow, it doesn't mean it's never going to happen. It means it's literally going to happen tomorrow. Like it's okay.
Right. And another thing that I kind of do to help with this is like all of my calls I have to do, I like to schedule on like one specific day. So like Mondays are my typical like recording days, content days, call days. I'm not getting up and doing hair and makeup every day. Let's be real. I'm a mom of 2 kids. It's not happening. So I like to get all of my actual stuff I have to do in the beginning of the week And this also comes from you. Like, I've learned so much from you of how to stay organized and be productive, honestly.
Oh, good.
Best membership I've ever found. But like moving your most important tasks to the beginning of the week, because I'm died out by Thursday. Like, I don't even work Friday, Saturday, Sundays anymore. So I hefty up on Monday. That's a work day for me. That's a full work day. And it helps my energy. Like, it aligns with my energy. So that's also very important. Like, if you hate Mondays, don't make Monday your work day. Yeah. Because you're not going to be in the energy to get the work done. Like, I also really like Tuesdays for some reason. I don't know, maybe Taco Tuesday probably. But I really like Tuesdays for some reason. So it's like, whatever day you like and whatever time of day you have the most energy and you're in the best mindset, that's when you schedule yourself to get your work done. So it's also about like scheduling your time and your tasks with your energy level that you feel at those times and days.
Yeah. That, I feel like that is one of the most underrated skills.
Yeah.
Because, and I recently did like this whole thing where I tracked my time and my energy for 2 whole weeks. And then like I ran my results through AI, and it was so fascinating because it found all of the like the tasks that were reducing my energy and the patterns that were coming through. And since then I've optimized so much that I actually went and did it again like 2 weeks later, because I was like, wait, I got so much from that. Let's see like how much further we can take this. And when I did it the second time, like there was very little to be fixed, because like it had just been tweaked and like my energy was being put in the right places, and it just had such a big impact on everything. So you're so right with that.
That's kind of like the point I'm at too. It's like the point that I'm at now is I was in a building season for the long time, and now like Q4, like what I'm doing right now prepping for, is all refinement. So like kind of how you refined your 2-week time tracking and like you fixed it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing with everything I have now. So I used to be in the beginning of this year, like launching new things all the time. I was in like constant launch mode, making great money, and everyone wanted me to teach them how to do that. But I literally told them no, because I knew like mentally it wasn't a good thing. Like I was always working, didn't really have a lot of time. So I've kind of switched over to just refining everything that I have now. So when something's done launching, like I'm in a launch right now for my 8-week coaching program, but once that's done, I just go back through and I just refine the next thing and then launch that and then refine the next thing and relaunch that. So I don't have to keep launching new offers. Yeah. I can just refine the ones I already have.
Oh, you're speaking my language right here. You know how I feel about refinement. I'm obsessed. And okay, so like obviously you offer your free community a ton of value without giving away like everything. So what kind of advice do you have for creators who are kind of on that brink and they're afraid to kind of overshare?
Absolutely. So you have to think of like your freebie, like the door to your house. Like you have to make it really inviting with like the wreath, your name on the door, like make it really nice. And like you have to give them the value and the connection to make them even come inside. And then obviously inside the house is the big meat and potatoes. So when you're figuring out what to give them to make them want to come inside without just leaving the door wide open and unlocked for them to see everything, you have to think about what is the first step that it takes. For the transformation that you provide, let's back up. The whole transformation that you provide to someone, what is the first step to that transformation? And then when you think about that first step, what is the first problem that people have when they want that first step? Because there's a step and then there's the problem that comes before it. So solve that first problem for free. Once you solve one problem for someone for free, they're coming back for the next problem, for the next problem, for the next problem. And Kate, again, I can use you as the perfect solution. When I first found you, like it was a masterclass you did in someone else's community. Went and found you on Instagram. You had sent me a link to, I think, a free masterclass where I planned out 12 months or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Immediately bought the next thing that you led me to, and then immediately signed up for your membership because you opened the door, you fixed one problem, you gave me a quick win, you gave me so much value. And this was all evergreen stuff, guys. This wasn't anything that she was doing actively either. So this can completely be evergreen. You fixed the problem for me. You opened the door, you gave me a quick win, and I wanted more. So you just have to recreate that with any freebie you do. Any freebie is not just some PDF some this, that, the third. Like, we also have to be real. People are tired of the PDFs. And they're probably just going to get lost in the email list. They're probably not actually going to use it. So we have to make like emails and marketing and business fun again. So like, what can you do that's fun to make them come inside? I do monthly live masterclasses. You like that idea? Go ahead and steal it. But you have to do something that's fun, that's also going to provide value and give them a quick win for that first step. And then they'll pay for the next problem.
This is so juicy. This is such good stuff because, and when you do have these things set up, like what you were saying about the masterclass that I did in someone else's membership, and like I was just out living my life, and then I had this DM from someone I had never seen before, and I can't remember what specifically was said, but it was like, oh my God, I love your stuff, like what else can I get, or something like that. And I was like, wait, what? Like, I was just like walking my dog. I was like, oh, so it just like, not to make it woo woo, but like those of you who are into like manifestation and all, this is really helpful stuff because you're literally unlocking that portal for the unseen magic to be happening behind the scenes, like people discovering you without you even realizing, like people signing up for your thing while you're just out walking your dog. Like, sorry, it's to make it woo woo, but like, it's just, there's just some beauty in that. I just love that.
For real. Like manifestation is real, but also for the manifestation to scale and sustain itself, you have to have these systems in the background doing the work for you. And once you do, you're pretty much set to go. You know, if you have all your offers aligned, you have your messaging and your positioning up, and you're just truly 100% believing and manifesting it in yourself and living your life like it's already happening, like there's no doubt in my mind that anybody can make it happen with these strategies.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. So speaking of, since we've kind of segued into mindset stuff here, what would you say, and like maybe this is a deep one, but like what would you say your biggest mindset shift has been that's kind of unlocked your own big leaps or like own big growth spurts?
Yeah, absolutely. So my mindset shift has just been that like I can really do it. Like anything that you see people doing, like you can really do that. You just have to learn the strategy, the structure, and like have the mindset of like you're gonna get it done. Like you can't teach discipline, you can't teach work ethic. Those are things you kind of have to come with or get that mindset shift to go through and be like, yeah, I'm going all in. Like once you decide, and it comes back to the manifestation thing, like once you decide this is what you want and you're gonna get it, you're gonna make it happen, nothing else can hold you back. Like you just have to make that decision, and that decision is the mindset shift. I think that you have to decide to shift your mindset. There's no like magical power or woo-woo I can tell you. You have to decide for sure.
Yeah, and I remember the first time that I realized or had that shift where I was like, wait, I can do anything. And it was because I don't know if you know like this part of my background, but like I started out, well, I did a personal training course. I didn't realize I had to start a business, but hey, I would find out at the end that I had to start a business to be able to take on clients because, like, you know, self-employed, one-to-one clients and stuff. But then, you know, I had a business and I was like, oh, I have a business. What does that mean? But then, of course, you know, looking at how the structure of my business could mean, I was looking at the numbers, right? I get very excited when I see numbers. I don't know about you, but I started seeing the numbers of what was possible and I was like, excuse? Sorry, like that's possible? And like there are people who, you know, get a regular job and work for 20, 30, 40 years to be able to reach like that level of income, and they still wouldn't have any of the same kind of freedoms, like because they have to be in this one place. Like I'm thinking about like your doctors, your lawyers. Like, no shade if you're a doctor or a lawyer, but you get what I'm saying. It's like, you know, like, obviously respect. But, like, the freedom that comes with, wait, like, you actually get to do this. So the reason I'm kind of bringing that in is, like, yeah, it's actually possible. If anybody else in the world can do it, that's your evidence right there. So can you. There's no reason why you can't. Oh, which is just so heartwarming.
Yeah. And I'm also like very numbers motivated, like you said. So like I always, whenever there's an idea or a launch going on, like whatever I'm thinking of, like I fully lay out my accurate conversion rates that I have because I know that now. With my AI, ChatGPT, whatever you're using, and I like just plug it in, and I'm like, all right, what if like 100 leads go through this funnel? Well, what if 1,000 leads go through this funnel? Well, what if this, that, the third? And like once I see those numbers, after I'm done having a little mini heart attack, it really motivates me to get the work done. So it just comes back like everything is an ecosystem. Your energy, your motivation, your mindset, your business, like everything, it just is colliding with each other, because then that shifts my mindset to, okay, let's get going. And it shifts my energy to exciting and wanting to work rather than, oh, I have to go do this. Oh, I have to do that. And that's going to show up in your content, your work, your programs, whatever it is anyways.
True.
So yeah, everything is just connecting together.
Yeah, it is. It's also interconnected. Like the fact that we have a business that like the people pay for things that you have come up in your own mind with. Like you can't, like, I know it's at some points you have to kind of disconnect yourself from the business, but like let's be real here. Like the business wouldn't exist without you. So this could go down to some like entire rabbit holes here. But you know what I'm saying though, anyway.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Even like my brother, it's funny because like obviously like brother sister banter, but like he was always like, girl, you're crazy. Like no one is buying that. No one is paying for what comes out of your mouth. Like this, that, the third. And then like it actually happened. So he's like, so what are you actually doing? And like I try to explain it to him, and he's like, so this is why people have to like pay to understand it, because that sounded like gibberish to me. And I'm like, yeah, basically. But it's just funny.
I know, yeah. And like, so with your offers, you've created, obviously, the way you've set things up, you've created a very clear journey. I suppose, I think it would be really useful for the listeners to understand, like, where, if they want to do that, like, where would they start with kind of mapping that out?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's kind of going to go back to how I started with talking about how to start your freebie or how to make your freebie great without giving everything away. So we zoom out again and we go through the whole transformation that you provide. That's what we need to know first. If you don't know the transformation you provide and who you're talking to, that would definitely be step one. Step two, once you know that, I love the idea of having a free community. Honestly, I've never seen not just such like high conversion rates, but so fast. Like I have 3 people join my community in one day. At least one of them is going to convert into a paid offer within 24 hours. Within 24 hours of a lead converting into a free community. It's insane. And it's not just 1 in 3, but that was just what happened the other day. And it's so often that it's happening. So I would say a free community is your first spot, because as much as owning your email list is great and having an email list, you still need to collect their email when they're in your free community. Don't get me wrong. We're still building an email list. But just something about having a community as a freebie is so different than a PDF. And it also nurtures that connection effortlessly. Like I'm not trying to do it. It's just happening. And they're not only connecting with me, but they're connecting with their peers and hearing other people who have worked with me. And, you know, some things I can't help them with. I have a client who can help them with that. If people ask me productivity questions, I've sent them over to Kate. I'm not here to be master of all. Or what is it? No, jack of all trades, master of none. I'm not trying to be that. I'm trying to be the master of what I'm mastering in. And that's creating these connections with people and helping them build their business from the ground up. So first step would definitely be to grab that free community, get all your people in one place, and they're going to fall in love with you and connect with you even more. And that's when you can really start to sell these higher ticket offers, is when they have that connection. And then obviously take the zoom out again, your transformation. Problem 1, problem 2, like every problem that your client has, that's the next solution is your next offer. And if you can just guide it down a path, or like they're walking up the stairs, going through an escalator even, it's a little bit faster. It's going to be so natural. People can't just stop in the middle of the stairs. No, they have to get all the way to the top. You know what I mean? As long as you're gradually giving them wins and making their business or success or whatever you're helping them with one step closer to that transformation you provide, everything's going to flow so naturally. And it's easy to come up with offers when you're just thinking about, what's the next problem? How can I solve it? What's the next problem? How can I solve it? And a lot of the time, the transformation that people provide to others is one that they've already gone through. So you know the problems that you had, and you know what problems coming up next. You've already gotten through it most of the time, and so you have the solution as well.
Oh, this is so good.
I had to stop myself. I could literally yap about that all day
Yeah.
long, and I do.
You know what? I'm gonna zoom in on that analogy. I love that analogy so much, the escalator, because I'm just thinking about all the different like ways. Okay, so the lead is going into this escalator, right? It's automatically moving up. You know what? Also, they can't go
Yeah.
back. Like as soon as you get to a certain point, you can't turn back now. You're on this escalator.
Yep. Oh my gosh, here's a better analogy, okay?
Oh,
So
hit
when
me.
I'm saying like use your freebie as a free community, if you use a free community or a free hub, whatever you want to call it, for all your leads to be in one place, like a group, that's when they're on the escalator. I think if you just use a PDF or something basic, then they're on the stairs. Because then you can't turn around on the stairs.
Yeah.
You can't. And it takes a lot longer to get to the top on the stairs.
True.
But I just feel like the way the community nurtures people so fast and so well, that's the escalator. That's what people can't turn around on, and that's when they're going to get the transformation the fastest and move to your top tier offer.
Yeah, also how fun. Like how can you be how
so
can you be
fun.
like, "Ugh, I have to talk to all these people who are inspired and excited to reach their goals." How like how can you feel that way?
Right? I don't even scroll Facebook anymore. Like I just scroll my community because there's always people posting, always people commenting, always like so much engagement in there. It's insane.
Yeah.
So I just love to scroll that. And plus it's like they're teaching me things too. Like they're posting their wins, they're telling me their tips and tricks. Like it's such a great community that is better to scroll than Facebook, just for the simple aspect that, you know what, technically this is work and not social media. So
Yeah. I love it. And like this is the thing as well, like I'll tell you a little secret. I'm not a membership expert. So why am I hosting a summit about memberships? That like does that make sense? Here's where it makes sense. Obviously, my expertise is in productivity. The summit is for solopreneurs, right? So like these people don't have a team that they can't just delegate. So like yeah, that's where I come in to help you like write the strategies for the membership and blah blah blah. And the reason I'm saying this is because guess who's also learning a crap ton from these presentations like that are coming through for the summit? Me. Like I'm hosting the damn thing, but I'm learning so much. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I'm learning too from people in my community. It's important to like put, give yourself the authority and like be seen as an authority to an extent, but at the same time, we're all just humans, and like if you go really deep on one thing, that means you're like you said, like you're not gonna have all of the deep knowledge on everything else, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that you're any less of what you do. Do you know what I mean? I feel like sometimes people
absolutely. And even like when I'm coaching, when I'm training, when I'm doing this, that, the third, I always tell people to like, I don't even really like to refer to myself as like a coach or a mentor, because then I feel like it puts me up on like a pedestal and like I'm not above anyone. We're all on the even playing field. We just all have different strengths.
Yeah.
That when we work together and when we learn from each other, everyone can have a striving business. Like there's really no competition when you're honed in on your thing, they're honed in on their thing, and you guys are just collaborating and teaching each other and helping each other all race to the top in all of these different categories of your business that need the help.
Oh, it's so good. It's just such a like healthy approach that you get to be so confident in what you do and also lean on other people for the other things. So, big fan.
Yeah.
So, Nalya, you're one of our speakers at the Now That's a Membership Summit, which I cannot wait for. And again, I think as of the time this goes out, I think it will already be done. But in the meantime, where can people find you and learn more about what you do?
So you guys can find me on Instagram at the Mom Bosses. My website's themombosses.com. Very simple, very straightforward. And of course, go to either of those places and you will be invited to join us inside my free community, the CEO Society, as well. And then I also gave Kate a little freebie for you guys, an ecosystem mapping workbook. If you guys like what you heard about ecosystems, you're thinking that you have a couple areas that are missing, or that have a drop off, this workbook can definitely help you figure out where those are and how to fix them. So
Love it. Girl, I will be grabbing that workbook till the cows come home. Thank you so much. It's been so amazing having you on here. And like, this is actually our first time on a real time call. So it's so nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you.
Yeah, I know. I always feel so weird saying that. Thank you so much for your time. And you've just dropped some absolute gems in here. And I hope the listeners were taking notes. So thank you for that.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
You're so welcome. And for those of you listening, I will see you next week. And goodbye. All right. See ya. All right, gorgeous. That's a wrap on today's episode of the Get Unbusy podcast. If you got some juicy golden nuggets from this episode, I want to hear about it. So take a screenshot, share it on your Instagram stories, and tag me at More to Life Kate, because your girl wants to know. And remember, you're an absolute powerhouse. You can create the life you've been dreaming of. And I can't wait to see you pop off. Chat to you soon. Bye.